Finally, after approximately 1 month, the Boruto 2 Vortex manga has now been released, guys. Mitsuki seems to have now realized that he is the son. Then the arrival of Shinju Jura and Shinju Sasuke, now they have attacked Konoha. The Shinju targeted Naruto Uzumaki. Besides that, Himawari with other friends was forced to face the Shinju and Uncle Sasuke, who had turned into Shinju. Konoha was destroyed. Several other ninja were killed by the attack by Shinju. Himawari, who has biju chakra, will she use it to fight the Shinju? Right. This is the official story of Chapter 8 of the Boruto 2 Blue Vortex manga. The story in this chapter of the Boruto manga, some parts are in accordance with some of the predictions in the previous video. And we have seen that the attack on Shinju to Konoha was real, guys. And the Shinju Jura that targeted Naruto was also true. The predictions in the previous video seem to match, although not completely. And without lingering, let's start the complete story of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 8. But before starting, don't forget to click the subscribe button and also like it. In this latest chapter, we see a cover depicting a photo of Shinju Jura with the title Trivia. The God Tree approaches Konoha. The target is Naruto, which at that time, Naruto was already in another dimension. And then we see a scene where Boruto, Mitsuki are talking to each other, and Ada uses her eyes to see the fight between Mitsuki and Boruto. The light that Boruto has shines on Mitsuki, and the light also reaches Ada. Boruto said, "Mitsuki, I am your son. Come to my side, I will wait for you, and no one else can replace me," Boruto said to Mitsuki with a smile. Aida, who saw the conversation between Mitsuki and Boruto, showed an expression of amazement and admiration. "Wait a minute. Why is Boruto so cool? This is bad," Ada said to herself. Then at the same time, we move to another place. Kawaki, Delta, and Code are together to track Boruto's whereabouts. Kawaki, who saw Aida was daydreaming, called her. "Why are you Ada?" said Kawaki. Ada, who was daydreaming at the time, was ordered by Kawaki to quickly track them all down and follow the trail of Mitsuki. Ada seems to be urged by Kawaki. "That damn Boruto will end up running away from us," Delta said to them. But Ada said, "Wait, please wait a little longer." It looks like Ada is still holding back to give them information. However, hearing the words spoken by Kawaki to Ada, Delta said, "Kawaki, why are you being so aggressive to Ada? Don't piss me off or I'll destroy you." Delta did not accept that Kawaki treated Ada like that, but Kawaki was like the usual guys. Kawaki just ignored what was said by Delta. "I don't care what you think. Just get angry if you want," said Kawaki. Damon, who saw them in the middle of the dispute, was just silent and looked at it. And didn't wait long. Ada immediately told them to go south immediately. The place was in a large forest, and it was about tens of kilometers away. Kawaki immediately left and invited Delta to go there, and Kawaki immediately went and left them, while grumbling because Kawaki's attitude was very indifferent and very unpleasant. Delta immediately followed him. But before Delta left Ada advised to immediately supervise and take good care of Kawaki. Delta gave a thumbs up and left immediately. On the way, Kawaki and Delta talked to each other. "If Ada gets tired of you, I will kill you without hesitation," said Delta to Kawaki. Kawaki heard that remark say, "I will leave and disappear without being notified when this matter is over." And now we're in the forest, guys. Middle of running in that forest. And where do you think the Sumeka will go, guys? On the other hand, we see Shikamaru talking with Boruto through Ino's Sitensen. This is no joke. The divine tree drained all life on this planet, right? Does that mean this planet is on the edge? Asked Shikamaru to Boruto. But Boruto explained, guys, it hasn't gotten that far yet, but if Kawaki or I get eaten, it will turn into a perfect divine tree. Besides that, it will produce a very perfect chakra fruit. And because of that, it will be the end of this world, said Boruto. Ino, who was in the middle of listening to the conversation, was silent. talking about the divine tree. Moegi from Team 10 and others had been consumed by one of those chakras and turned into a tree. In addition, similar phenomena had happened to other people, both women and men. What really happened? Asked Shikamaru to Boruto. It seems that Boruto understands a few things about what the chakra tree is, and also the benefits of it, guys. However, Boruto does not fully know about what its purpose is. Shikamaru, who heard Boruto's explanation, asked, "How much do you know about it?" But before that was answered, suddenly Shikamaru heard an information from the censor team. "Mr. Shikamaru, there is an incoming transmission from Kawaki. Should I connect to you?" But Shikamaru asked him to wait for him for a while. Then Shikamaru said to Ino. Shikamaru confirmed to Ino whether this conversation was likely to be heard, but Ino explained that in this case each transmission is independent and separate. Don't worry. In this case you only listen to the conversation of both sides. Shikamaru made sure the guys that the chat between Boruto and the others were not mixed or not leaked. Then Shikamaru asked the censor team to connect him to Kawaki. Then we see Kawaki is with Delta. Kawaki informs Shikamaru that Ada has found the location where Boruto is, and it is not too far south of Konoha village. "I'm on my way there," said Kawaki, hearing information from Kawaki. Shikamaru wondered what Boruto was doing in the forest. Then Kawaki explained his strategy to Shikamaru, that he and Delta would immediately quickly attack Boruto. Delta will launch a surprise attack from above. After that, I will beat him from behind, Kawaki said. Ino, who heard Kawaki's words, became a little worried, but Shikamaru asked Kawaki not to be too hasty. In addition, because Boruto is getting quite skilled and also good at fighting. So Shikamaru asked him to think again and be patient, and asked Kawaki to immediately wait for help to come. But Kawaki is like usual, guys. He's stubborn. I don't have much time to talk, and I won't let Boruto get away with it. Then we see Boruto about to use a Hiraishin jutsu and disappear. Boruto states before he leaves, "It looks like I'm leaving now, so see you soon, Mr. 8th Hokage. And I will contact you again." And instantly, Boruto was gone. Then we return to Kawaki and also Delta, who are currently above the forest. "Hey, isn't it time?" said Delta. However, we see the middle Kawaki standing above a forest. He seems to be monitoring the forest, guys. And sure enough, Kawaki realized that Boruto was gone. Boruto managed to escape before he could feel my presence. Delta, who heard that, stated, "Boruto is really smart. He managed to escape after realizing that Kawaki was coming. Then he got lucky this time," Delta said. Then we switch to a place where Aida and Central Daemon are waiting for them. At the same time, Mitsuki arrives. "It turns out you were here all along," Mitsuki says to Aida. "I can't believe you would do that to Kawaki, and this is very surprising." Aida couldn't believe it if Mitsuki made Kawaki faint in the previous episode, guys. Was he angry? Asked Mitsuki to Aida. "I was told to look for you. But the real goal is to find Boruto," Ada said. And as soon as Kawaki found out about the whereabouts of Boruto, "Kawaki just left me," Aida said. Maybe for Kawaki, getting angry at me would just be a waste of time. Mitsuki realized that, guys. And when Mitsuki said that, Daemon was convincing. Previously, "Didn't you say that, Mitsuki?" But it's not really. It's not that important. At least that's what I thought for a long time, Mitsuki said. But Mitsuki said something else to Aida. "Guys, before meeting you, I didn't know and never understood what the feeling of love was. These words are suddenly different from the previous ones." But hearing Mitsuki's words, Aida asked, "Are you trying to seduce me? Stop this. We'll only waste time." And after that, Kawaki explained a few things about what he felt to Aida. "This is something that I have never felt in my entire life." Daemon, who heard Mitsuki's words, was silent. Mitsuki explained about what he felt, and he also explained. Maybe because I am an artificial human. Mitsuki seemed to explain that this was not about love, that Mitsuki didn't really understand about herself. Realizing that, Mitsuki just surrendered and accepted what would happen and what was now. The most important thing in her life is, as long as the sun that shines on me is still there, I will be fine. Everything will be fine, even if it is something that concerns me. That's what I thought. But I was wrong, Mitsuki said. Mitsuki explained that I have to believe in myself, and if I can't assert myself and manage what is in me, I will lose a lot of things without realizing it. And that is the most important thing to me. Hearing Mitsuki's words, Ida immediately returned his words. Did Boruto make you realize things? Good then, said Aida. Mitsuki told Aida that we are the same. Then Mitsuki asked Aida, why you like Kawaki, I don't understand. Aida, who heard Mitsuki's question, immediately answered it. Maybe it's because of love. Just thinking about it makes my chest feel shaky and tight. You don't need to be confused, because this is how it is. You won't understand, because you are trapped in a false love driven by my abilities, said Aida. Listening to Aida's explanation, Mitsuki seemed to realize a few things about what love is. I'm afraid when I feel that what I believe to be my son is not what I think it is. I'm afraid of losing it. However, my son is real or fake. I try not to think about it. Aida then replied, do you think that I'm a naive person in love and that I can't see clearly what love is about? But Mitsuki defended. I didn't mean to say that, but I guess I overreacted. Aida, who realized Mitsuki's situation, calmly explained, we are both in love, and because of this we have become a little sensitive and emotional. Damon, who at that moment heard their words, was only silent and confused. Mitsuki seemed to remember and imagine, and what Boruto said entered his mind. I am your son. Those are the words. Boruto said to Mitsuki that made him think. I want to chat with Boruto directly, said Aida. On the other hand, we are back in a forest, guys. We see Sumeka Middle running to a place, and see Matsuri and Jura talking to each other. While sitting and relaxing with a stack of books, Jura leaned her head against the back of a large box. Now Jura and Sasuke have teleported through Sumeka's body and out of her shoulder, and instantly Jura teleported through Sumeka's body and out of her shoulders. Now Jura and Sasuke have moved to a place where it is a forest not far from Konoha, and now Sasuke and Jura are in front of the gate of Konoha village. On the other hand, we see Ino and Shikamaru talking to each other. Ino, who has been listening to the conversation between Boruto and Shikamaru, asks and convinces Shikamaru. Do you believe what Boruto told you, Shikamaru? I understand what you want to say, but as I explained earlier, this is a secret. Don't talk about this to anyone. Whatever your opinion is. I understand, but before Ino continued her words, suddenly she heard an information from the censor team. 8th Lord Hokage. There was an intruder. 2 people near the main gate tried to enter Konoha village. Then the censor team tracked the chakra of the 2 people. 1 chakra was negative, and the other chakra confirmed it was Sasuke Uchiha. And it turns out that guys, Sarada, and Sumire, who heard the information, became surprised. Papa, what is being done here? Then we see Jura and Sasuke casually entering Konoha village, where Uzumaki Naruto. I don't know his whereabouts, but I know one thing, Jura said to Sasuke. However, before they continued their journey, suddenly a group of shinobi was blocking them. Don't move, stop there. If you take the slightest step, I will consider you an enemy. You are Sasuke Uchiha, right? What is your goal? On the other hand, Shikamaru ordered the shinobi to follow his procedure, prioritize the evacuation of civilians. And at the same time, Aida called Shikamaru. But Shikamaru explained that he was now in a very precarious position. There is an intruder in Konoha village, and I have to deal with it. Hearing Shikamaru's words, Aida seemed to want to say something to him. Can we talk about the intruder? because I've seen something like this before. And at the same time, we see the shinobi being killed by the two Shinju guys. The shinobi died by being pierced by a very sharp tree. Then after Jura and Sasuke killed them, Jura and Sasuke continued their journey. Jura, who was currently walking, she glanced at a place. It was an old bookstore. And Jura invited Sasuke to go inside. "This is amazing. Looks like we're expecting some unexpected encounters here," Jura said. Sasuke then replied what he was here. "Uzumaki Naruto." Sasuke suddenly realized something. And sure enough, Kawaki immediately attacked from the bottom of the place and immediately kicked Sasuke until he bounced. And now Kawaki and Delta Tenga are facing Jura and Sasuke. "Who are you guys? What are you doing in Konoha village?" asked Kawaki. But Jura, who knew about it, advised the two of them not to do it in front of a bookstore. "Because it will damage my treasure, Kawaki," said Jura. Then at the same time, we saw a large tree binding and sealing Kawaki's body. And when Kawaki was sealed by a tree, Jura immediately quickly attacked him. But Kawaki with his jutsu immediately tried to save himself. He used the Sukuna Hikona jutsu, and before Jura managed to kick him, Kawaki managed to release himself from the chakra tree. Kawaki flew back and immediately attacked him with a big hand. But it seems that Jura is not a weak fist. Before Kawaki managed to attack her with his hand, Jura immediately parried it and broke it. And Jura managed to hit her in the face. "I won't kill you. Stay here, Otsutsuki." And the punch given to Jura made Kawaki bounce and made Kawaki's body hit a large water pipe. Delta, who saw Kawaki defeated just like that, Delta immediately shouted and immediately ran towards him. Jura, who was flying in the sky of Konoha village, stated, "Is that Uzumaki Naruto? Seems to be aware of a chakra that explains that it is Naruto. Because it is quite close. He is a Jinchuriki, who is the vessel of the biju. And it's just like me, an incarnation of the same biju. So I can feel the chakra of the biju inside him." But at the same time, we see Sarada and Sumira running towards him. Then we also see Himawari and the Shikadai team running together after learning about the intruder who entered Konoha village. While running towards the intruder, the Kadai explained and asked them not to hesitate, even though it was Sasuke. He was just a rebel who helped the brat Boruto. "Don't worry, Himawari, I'll be with you," said Inojin. And not long after that, the champion flew straight towards them. And now, Himawari and the middle Shikadai team are facing Jura and Sasuke. Jura seemed to realize that Himawari had a biju chakra. Sasuke and Jura, who were facing them, looked at a child named Himawari. "Who is it?" "Is Naruto Uzumaki here?" asked Sasuke to Jura. But the champion who saw Himawari's body seemed confused and did not expect it. He felt that this was strange. His body seemed different. That's what was on Jura's mind, because Jura didn't know what happened exactly. Then, will Himawari, who has chakra from a Jubi, take it out to defeat Jura and Sasuke? But is Himawari able to control it? Let's wait in the next Boruto episode. This is the complete story of Boruto manga, chapter 8. If there is a mistake in translating words, I apologize, guys, because this is sourced from several stories that I translated from Japanese. So if you find some things that you understand or know the truth, please write in the comments column. But I make sure that what I say is true. And yes, this is the full story of the Boruto manga, chapter 8. If you like the Boruto story that I explained, I ask you to click the like button and also subscribe. I'm Nim. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.